Hi everyone, welcome to today's class. The last class we were looking about measures of central tendency and I dealt with mean and median. Today's class we see about measures of central tendency, that is mode. First see what is mode. Mode is the most frequent value or score in the distribution which is denoted by the alphabet Z. This is obtained by locating the one with the highest frequency in a distribution or highest point of the frequencies in distribution curve. In the sense, when we get a data, so we supposed to see which is the highest value uh, or which value many samples were belongs to. That is what the highest frequency we used to say. So such data will be the mode of the particular series of data. This is the only measure of central tendency that can be used with the nominal data. The mode allows the distribution's peak to be located. See what is the definition of mode. According to Croxton and Cowden, the mode of a distribution is the value at the point and with the item tend to most heavily concentrated. It may be regarded as the most typical of a series of values. As it is we've seen about the last classes, here also to calculate mode we have two kind of data, in the sense ungrouped data as well as group data. So first we see about how to calculate or how to find mode for ungrouped data. In ungrouped data, this is a single measure or score which occurs most frequently, and this is obtained by locating the one with the greatest frequency. This is an exercise. Find the mode of following data. The data here given is 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 3, 6, 8, 5, 4, 7, 6. So, in the given data, given series of data, mode is 3. As you see here, the number 3 repeated 4 times. So the highest frequency is belongs to 3. So here the mode is 3 in the given data. Second aspect, that is calculating mode for group data. If you get a group data, how could calculate mode? In calculating mode for group data, the exact value of mode can be obtained by the following formula, which is Z equal to Z, that is already said, Z is the alphabet, that is a mode is represented by the alphabet Z. Z equal to L plus F0 minus F1 divided by 2 into F0 minus F1 minus F2 into I. So here this will come like this. Okay. In this, model class is the one which has the highest frequency. To apply in this equation, we supposed to first we identify which is the model class. So how could identify the model class? Model class can be identified by which is the highest frequency in the given series. So as you know, in the group data we will get the value and corresponding value, in the sense value in class interval and corresponding frequency. So look on the frequency column. In frequency column, which is the highest frequency, so corresponding class interval will be the model class in the given data. So we here first identify the model class in given data. Then L represents exact lower limit of the model class. First we identify model class, then see which is the exact lower limit of the model class. Then F0 represents frequency of the model class. frequency of the model class. So we identify the model class next to model class, which is the frequency corresponding to the model class, that is F0, and F1 represents frequency just before the model class. This is the highlighting frequency just before the model class. And F2 represents frequency just after the model class. And I represents width of the model class. In the last section we seen how to take the width of the class interval, that is I represents width of the model. So this is an example to calculate mode for the group data. Here the question is calculate mode for the distribution of monthly rent paid by libraries in Karnataka. So the monthly rents which is given in class interval, monthly rent which is given in class interval, that is a class interval start from 500 to 1000 till 3000 to 3500 with the width of 500, and the corresponding frequencies, that is 5, 10, 8, 16, 14, 12 and 65. In this case we find the model class. Here the model class, as we seen already, the model class will be the corresponding to the highest frequency. Here the highest frequency is 16. So the model class will be 2000 to 2500. Alright. First we identified the model class. In the given data, the highest frequency is 16. So corresponding class interval will be the model class. In this, we are supposed to identify each of the letters. The lower limit, when comes to the lower limit, that is here L is 2000, F0 is 16, that is frequency of the model class. F1 will be 8, that is frequency before the model class. F2 is 14, that is frequency after the model class, and I is 500. We see here, we apply this formula, Z equal to L plus F0 minus F1 divided by 2 into F0 minus F1 minus F2 into I. So as we seen already, given data L is 2000, F0 is 16, F1 8, then 2 into F0, that is 2 into 16 minus 8 minus 14 into I is 500. So here we get this data, 16 minus 8, get the numerator is 8, then 2 into 16, first multiply with the 2, so 2 into 16 32, minus 8 minus 14 into 500. Then 2000 plus, first we are supposed to solve the middle portion. This area is supposed to solve first, so 8 divided by 32 minus 22, 8 minus 8 minus 14, that comes minus 22. So 32 minus 22, here we get 10, multiply by 500. So Z equal to 2000 plus 0.8 into 500. Finally the mode we get 2400. So the mode of given data is 2400. Another exercise, calculate the mode for following data. Here the question is the class interval which is given in 100 to 150, 150 to 200, 200 to 250, likewise 350 to 400. The corresponding frequencies were 5, 19, 3, 11, 6 and 9. So here we can first identify which is the model class. So here the highest frequency is 19. So the model class is 150 to 200. Okay, the highest frequency is 19. So as we said, the corresponding class interval will be the model class. So here the model class is 150 to 200. and identify L. L is 150, F0 19, F1 5, F2 3, and I is 50. Here we apply in the formula. This is what model class is 150 to 200, L 150, F0 19, F1 5, F2 3, and I 50. So the calculation comes like this. So here I put in bracket because this is the first we are supposed to solve. So 150 plus 19 minus 5 divided by 2 into 19 minus 5 minus 3. So 19 minus 5 we get 14. 2 into 19, that comes 38. So when comes here, you see 150 plus 14 minus 38 minus 8 into 50. So 150 plus 14 minus divided by 30. So that is 150 plus 0.47 into 50. So first multiply by this 150 plus 23.5. Here gets 173.5. So the mode of this given data is 173.5. So what are the merits of identifying mode? Mode is readily comprehensible and easily calculated. It is the best representative of data, and it is not at all affected by extreme values because as we know which is the highest frequency, that is the corresponding or the representing mode of the given data. The value of mode can also be determined graphically. When we put on the graph, the peak value will be the mode of the data. It is usually an actual value of an important part of the series. Then what are the drawbacks? We can see it is not based on all observations because as it is said, which value repeated most, that is the corresponding mode of the corresponding data. So this is not based on the all observation. It is not capable of further mathematical manipulation, in the sense we cannot do inferential statistics or anything with the mode. Mode is affected to a great extent by sampling fluctuations. Choice of grouping has great influence on the value of mode. Here I conclude the section, in the sense here I conclude with this measures of central tendency. Previous classes also we were learned about the aspects of measures of central tendency. So measure of central tendency is a measure that tells us where the middle of a bunch of data lies, in the sense which is the average data of a given series. So measure of central tendency itself otherwise called measure of average. Then first we learned about mean. Mean is the most common measure of central tendency. It is simply the sum of the numbers divided by the number of observations in a set of data. This is also known as average. And in previous class we learned about median. Median also a measure of central tendency. So median is the number present in the middle when the numbers in a set of data are arranged in ascending or descending order. If the number of observation in a data set is even, then the median is the mean of the two middle numbers. That is detailedly discussed in the section we are dealt with median. And today's section, this is mode. Mode is the value that occurs most frequently in a set of data. When you see all these mean, median and mode, only one rule or the criteria is when we find median, we are supposed to arrange the data in a ascending or descending order. This is the rule that is supposed to follow when find median in the median of the data. That is first arrange the data in ascending or descending order. So with this I complete measures of central tendency. The further sections will be move on to measures of dispersion. So keep on updating or keep on watching the sections, and also subscribe this and share to your friends and all. For further updates we see. Thank you.